Oh God. Remember when it's fucking icy brick wind chill. Tundra. Planet Hoth. The best I don't really like live shows. But best live show ever has gotta be the Misfits 1978. We knew it live at Max's Kansas City. We knew it as Blue Christmas. That's how the tape went around. And it's a good live show because it features the early incarnation of the Misfits: Joey Image, Jerry Only, Bobby Steele, and Glenn Danzig. And it's at Max's. And also, if you listen to the Heartbreakers live at Max's, that's the Heartbreakers in rare fucking form. They sound amazing. They had a new drummer, Ty Sticks, and everything is fast. They sounded good. A couple people did good records at Max's. Lennon used to hang out at Max's. Warhol did. Glenn was dating one of the waitresses from Max's Kansas City, right around the corner from CBGB's. And usually, if you were a rock group, you played one or the other. You played Max's or you worked for Hilly at CBGB's. Oh, man, I would have loved to have been alive during it. Fucking would have loved to have been alive during the days of Max's Kansas City. Think it's swell playing Max's Kansas? You're looking bad. You're acting flash. Nothing in your gut. You better keep your mouth shut. Better keep your mouth shut. In a rut. Yeah, dude. But yeah, Bobby. They used to see Lennon come and go. They used to see Warhol come and go. Bobby was telling me giant stories about the time he was stuck in a booth next to John Lennon, and he was so fucked up. And he's a big Beatles fan, and he's like he was. I was telling him about the time I embarrassed myself in front of another celebrity. He's like, "Well, don't feel bad because one time I'm in there next to John Lennon, and I looked up and I realized it was him. I was so drunk I threw up all over his fucking shoes." And he's like, "It was so embarrassing." I'm like, "I'm sure he understood." But we had the original Maxes, WFMU, some on the Pat Duncan show, somewhere around, was it 95 or 2005? I can't remember. But they released Max's Kansas City, but it had overdubbed Doyle guitar on it over Bobby's. And I think they went as far as to overdub another bass too. But you hear Joey Image, and there's some weird shit going on. I've played hundreds of shows, man, and I understand acoustics, and and I saw Joey Image twice. The first time I saw him was at CBGB's in with Bobby Steele. I think it was 99, 90. It might have been 97. I gotta check. And I seen him with the Bullies, and they put it on local New York City television, Rules Like Ozzy. Uh, and the drums he was the loudest drummer I've ever heard in my life. And something I can't explain this. I've told a lot of people, and nobody can explain it. But I'm there with Ted, and you can hear the snare ricocheting off the back of the club wall, and it's somehow he's hitting so hard, it's going in and out of time. Listen to Max's Kansas City, and the drums. We're talking. He's the drummer from Horror Business, um, and Night of the Living Dead. And it's just, and he had a guy holding his hi-hat stand because he's hitting it so hard, and another dude holding his kick drum. And he was Rip at the time. He was, and that's what I remember about him, meeting him. He was the essence of cool. He had he had two stars tattooed on him. He had no shirt on, but a fedora on, and he had this look about him where he kind of had this gaze where he looked like Sammy the Bull to me. And he was just the second time I met him at Valentine's. He was There was like 6 feet of snow outside, and they played with Mr. Monster. And I was there bootlegging it because he was doing all the new songs that nobody knew. He was doing shit like Third World USA and Tears on a Pillow and Amarillo. Uh, really good songs. Um, I asked him to play They Lied, and he fucking played it. I was in my glory. And he was getting heckled, but I was up in the front, and eventually he won the crowd over. And yeah, I mean, there was just when Joey Image played, there was just weird acoustical shit going on. Like the building was rotating, and the snare time, like there was a hidden echo on the snare, and it sounds just like Max's Kansas City. You hear it echo off the wall, then it echoes in another spot. Whew. And they sounded great. Bobby Steele was playing through 100-watt Sovtek, a Russian tube amp. Oh god, I want one so bad. They're just these fucking scooped mids, and he had a Proco rat pedal playing through Sovtek with theater movie speakers. Sounded fucking amazing. But Joey Image was standing there. He had lots of gold on, and nobody was talking to him. I went right up to him, and I was just like, I couldn't believe it. This was back in, because he was just a kid, you know, in the Misfits, so he looked really young. Nobody was talking to him. I told him, that was great, man. Thank you. Thank you. It's fucking cold up here. I'm like, yeah, it's bad weather. We came all the way out. He's like, yeah. Where do you guys come from? It's like, we live in Albany. We came to see you, but we come out to the city to see you a bunch of times. And that's when I started talking to Bobby. Thanks for the support. I heard you down there. And that's when we exchanged numbers and shit. But it was scary. Like just looking at him and being like, it sounds, this is half the lineup of the original Misfits with Who Killed Marilyn, Where Eagles Dare, Children in Heat, Teenagers from Mars, Horror Business. Whew. All those good ones. And yeah, he was cool. He was in a bunch of movies too, like Bobby. With Joey Image. He was gonna be Joey Pills, or because Joey Pool. He was gonna be Joey Pills, and Glenn's like, nah, sounds too druggy. Be Joey Image. Yeah, we brought up our Horror Biz records. He signed them. We brought up our Night of the Living Dead bootlegs. He signed them. Well, fucking Blue Christmas. Max's Kansas City, dude. Whew. We only got one more table to go here, guys.